Best decision I ever made.
We found the home of our dreams.
My realtor is class. You just made
Now's the time to buy.
So many houses for sale, it's confusing.
I'm interested in schools.
I need a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
A 3-car garage would be great.
Welcome to the Real Estate Show. Welcome to the Real Estate Show. My name's Rick Naples.
Welcome, my name's Rick Naples, and this is the Real Estate Show. We have a lot to cover tonight, so let's get started right away looking at some houses.
Happy New Year! It's 2014 and it's the Real Estate Show. It's the Real Estate Show. It's the Real Estate Show.
It's the Real Estate Show.
It's the month of August in 2017, and it's a very special time because we're going to celebrate the Real Estate Show's 6th anniversary. It's the Real Estate Show. Welcome to the Real Estate Show. My name is Rick Naples. Well, it is the month of August, and it's a very special month because we approach, if we have not already passed, the anniversary of the first show of the Real Estate Show. When I originally started this show way back when, I had an idea of trying to present to the general public information on real estate, the real estate transaction, and to give some pointers and helpful hints on how to get through the real estate transaction. I've also shared over the years different things that realtors do, as well as presented a number of presentations and virtual tours of homes that are for sale. Doing this show has been a pleasure for me, and there are some big changes that are going to be coming in the very near future for the show and for myself. I've told the story many, many times, and I like to tell it on the anniversary date of the Real Estate Show on how it all began. And for those of you that have been watching, you're very familiar with the story. I want to thank the folks at Nutmeg TV because they're really the ones that gave me the idea of moving forward with a show about real estate. It was way back in 2011 when Nutmeg TV walked into the real estate office I was with and asked if they could interview a realtor about the real estate business for a show they were doing called Strictly Business. It was a 15-minute segment talking to a realtor about what they offer, what they do, and how they do it. Well, I had the opportunity to guest appear on that show and do that. And I enjoyed it so much, and the folks at Nutmeg TV liked the way that I appeared on camera, that I was invited to possibly do a show about real estate. And thus the story began. You know, back in the day, I decided that I wanted to do a show that was very, very involved. I had set up a crew to help me do filming and editing. I was doing stuff off site, out on the road, and it became very, very complicated and very cumbersome in order to assimilate the information I wanted to share within the 30-minute time slot that I had on Nutmeg TV. So over the years, the show has morphed. And as you saw in the very beginning, so have I. My weight's been up, my weight's been down, I've changed my mustache several times, I've gone gray, I've gone not gray. Just like with a house, there are changes that happen over the years and updates that you do in order to try to keep everything up to code and up to speed as far as what is needed and what is done. Let's take a look at this old presentation I did a few years ago, which still has information that's usable today. There are a lot of presentations that I've done over the years, and each one tries to present information that hopefully is in a format that's very easy to understand and gives you a general idea of some of the hints or some of the tips that you should be aware of when you're looking to buy or sell a home. And I spend a lot of time doing research and trying to put those presentations together. Here's another one of my favorites that I just did for fun. Over the years, I've had the opportunity to get shared information from the National Association of Realtors, and there's one video that I found to be excellent because it explains the relationship between you and your realtor and comes up with some of the safety points that we need to be aware of in this particular point of our times. Let's take a look.
Real estate professionals are in a unique position that most working professionals never face. They often share their contact information openly with others, meet unknown clients, and walk through vacant properties, to name a few. It's because of the unique nature of this business that it's critical for all real estate professionals to have a personal safety protocol in place that they follow every day, with every client, every time. And that includes with you. So, what kind of safety protocols might your real estate agent take? When meeting you for the first time, your agent might not meet you at the property right away without first having an initial meeting at the office, regardless of you or your agent's gender. You wouldn't want to meet a stranger at an unknown location, would you?
Hey, how you doing?
No. During the initial meeting, your agent may make copies of your driver's license and pre-approval letter for their records. This precaution allows the agent to keep a record at the office of who his or her clients are and a calendar of appointments. When first meeting with your agent, you'll also discuss the types of real estate you're interested in and walk you through the process. Now your agent can arrange showings, meet you at properties, and schedule open houses to help you through the biggest financial decision of your life. When viewing a property, your agent may ask that you drive separately. Please don't be offended. This is a safety precaution for you as much as it is for your agent. Not to mention, you may both have appointments to go to afterward.
Hey, this is cute.
When viewing a property, you may need to sign in with your name and phone number, or show a photo ID. This is so the seller's agent knows who entered the house. If you were opening your home to strangers, you'd want to know who was there too. As you tour a property, your agent may walk behind you. This is not only a routine safety measure, it also allows you to see the room first and make your own impressions. And many agents won't go into attics, garages, or basements, but feel free to look around and let your agent know what you thought. If you want to see a property that's vacant,
It's got potential.
your agent may only show it during daylight hours. Vacant properties should be seen during the day when you can see what safety hazards may exist, like a loose floorboard or any defects the house may have, like mold. When showing your property or hosting an open house, before opening your home to potential buyers, your agent may ask you to board your pets and remove jewelry, family photos, credit card receipts, artwork, prescription drugs, and valued possessions from the home. This is just one way your agent is looking out for you to keep your property and belongings secure. Your agent may bring a colleague to host your open house. If there are several potential buyers walking through the home, even better to have 2 agents on hand to answer questions and keep an eye on things. Safety is an important part of real estate, and we appreciate you respecting the protocols and processes that have been put into place to keep you and your agent safe.
Many of the times when I'm filming the real estate show, I try to come up with an idea that fits within the time period that I'm going to film. And our show is filmed roughly about 2 weeks ahead of time before it actually is going to air. So I have to be very careful sometimes on the timing, because I want to make sure by the time it hits the airwaves that it's presenting information that's not too old, yet is not too out of date or out of whack with what's going on in the current markets. To do this, a lot of times I'll spend time researching articles. I go to a lot of different sources, I look at a lot of stuff on the internet, I read a lot of different things, and I come up with ideas from all that information to make the presentations that you see here on the real estate show. When it comes to doing the virtual tour on a home, obviously it's a home that's been listed by the real estate company, and we have permission of the owner to use those pictures in the virtual presentation or the multiple listing service or whatever way we're going to be marketing the home. And I've tried to put together virtual tours that express the total idea of what the home has to offer. Lately I've been doing something that I call a parade of homes. This allows me to get a lot of houses on the real estate show by basically just showing what the house looks like, some of the information about the house, and what it's being offered for. And I do that because of the time constraints. But every once in a while I'll come across a house where I do want to expand on the virtual tour, and you'll see a full presentation. Virtual tours are wonderful things because it does give you an idea of what the house looks like, and you can basically sit back and watch rather than having to click through a number of different pictures. I've had people say sometimes the virtual tours are too short. Well, the only way I can really address that is the idea is to give you a taste of the home. If it's something that you find really, really interesting, well, maybe you'd want to go the next step and look at it in real life. Go out and actually look at the house. Let's take a look at this quick presentation. I'll be back right after.
The news is good. Housing markets are continuing to recover. Welcome. It's The Real Estate Show. Here at The Real Estate Show, we do our best to make our slideshow presentations interesting and entertaining to watch. But once in a while it's good to just have some simple fun. So let's dance.
there was a time when I was creating the idea for the real estate show that I really didn't know what to title the show. It was going to be a show about real estate, and I was going to produce it and direct it and write it and basically be on camera to talk about real estate and the real estate transaction. What was I going to name the show? It was going to be maybe Real Estate with Rick Naples. It was going to be maybe Rick Naples Talks Real Estate. It was going to be a number of different things. And I was in a general meeting one time just talking to the folks at Nutmeg Television, and they suggested, hey, it's a real estate show. Well, why not call it The Real Estate Show? Made sense? So that's how it came up with the title. You've seen here on the Real Estate Show a number of different times just a little snippet, a little presentation where I say there's a big announcement that will be coming up very, very soon. Well, I'm not quite ready to make that announcement. I'm working on it, and when I do have everything in place, I'll be sure to share it with you, all my loyal viewers, right here on the Real Estate Show. I recently had the opportunity to do a real estate show where I talked about real estate education and schooling. You know, realtors that make their living doing this just don't help people buy a house or sell a house. They have to constantly keep themselves educated. There's all kinds of things that are constantly changing. Not only laws and the ways that things are done, but also codes change, disclosure requirements change. Like in any professional trade, the realtor must keep themselves up to date so that they can help their clients through the transaction. And let me say this, folks, if you're working with a realtor and they don't know the answer to your question, their best answer to you is, I don't know, and I will find out for you. The other day I had the opportunity to go out and do grocery shopping, which we all do. Obviously I need to eat, and if you look at me, you see I like to eat. So it was just one of those days. I was out at my local grocery store doing my shopping, and a gentleman walked up to me and he said, "Hey, Rick Naples, Nutmeg TV." Which kind of took me off guard because I'm still trying to get used to being recognized when I'm out and about. But I invite everyone that's out there that if you do see me, say hello. Let's talk about real estate. That's what I do. It's one of those things that I enjoy doing, and it's been my life's work. And I hope that here on the Real Estate Show I have the opportunity to share with you some of the knowledge that I've uncovered to help you as you go along in your real estate sale or your real estate purchase. This is the part of the Real Estate Show I call a real estate mailbag. It's my opportunity to address questions that are emailed to me here at the Real Estate Show, asked to me when I'm out and about, or just come up in general conversations. This is a commentary that I want to make. You know, I find this show Very informative. I learn a lot as I go along, and it's a lot of stuff that I already know because I've been practicing real estate for a number of years. But it's always good to go back and review, and there's so much information out there, folks, about real estate. You can get yourself lost. There is articles that say the markets are up, the markets are down. Don't buy a house, buy a house. Now's a good time to sell a house. Hold off, don't sell your house. Interest rates are going up, interest rates are going down. What's going on in the White House? What's happening with the budgets? What's going on with the local economy? Am I going to have a job next week? And so on and so forth. So there's a lot that goes on. I tried to bring to you during the course of the real estate show information that I feel you can use and that I feel is current, and information that hopefully helps you focus in on realizing your dream of eventually selling your home or purchasing your first home. This is the Real Estate Show. My name is Rick Naples. I thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.